Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today video is a build video. We're gonna today build this Lego set from the Icons team, as you can see here. This is the Land Classic Defender 90, long name, Land Rover of course. That should be sufficient if you are a car enthusiast. It's a classical definitely vehicle. This is Lego set 10317 with 2,336 pieces count, and it's rated for 18 plus. This Lego set, of course, was released this year in 2023 and retails for $240. You can get it online through Lego. You can get it from the store. You can get it on any other sites like Amazon, eBay, Bricklink, of course, shops like Target, Walmart, etc. So, I mean, like I said, it's readily abundant, so you can get it wherever you want. But if you're a collector, you definitely need to have this beautiful set, which I didn't build yet, which that's what the video is all about. But the picture so far looks beautiful. So, like I said, this is the box, typical an Icon theme box, black in color, with a nice colorful picture in the front showing the set that you're going to be hopefully building, which is the Land Rover here. And then of course, just let's review it here a bit. On this side here, nothing much, just showing you the elements that come with it, I guess the accessories that come with it, which of course we will see it at the end of the video when we build the thing. So there's a lot of accessories like a fire extinguisher, a spare tire, toolbox seems like it, some tools, and so on and so forth. There's a cable here, I believe, with the bumper, gas tanks or water tanks, whatever they use for. So yeah, so that's from the side here. If I rotate it to the back, it's showing you another view of the vehicle with the door open, of course. It's showing you here the actual Land Rover, the classic Land Rover Defender, and it's showing you here the Lego set dimensions. As you can tell, the height and the length of the vehicle. Another picture here showing you the accessories. Like I said, there's a toolbox, a jack, so on and so forth. It's showing you here the two builds. You could build it just like a classical way, or you could build it fully loaded with accessories, which most probably I'm going to go with that option. That way to have everything part of it, which I like that. Like you're going on a safari. And now if I rotate it the other way, which is this way, here is just showing you the rear of the vehicle with the accessories on it, or whatever you could see from there. So that's pretty much the 360-degree box review. Nothing much about that. So let's go ahead and open the box and see what the content is, which will be most probably the bags and of course the manual to build it, or the instructions. So as you can tell, open the box, the content, obviously you have the instructions booklet in this panel, in this folder. You have a bag, unlabeled bag with the tires, and seems like there's a window here. There's a plate, loose plate, and then you have the bags from 1 to 15. And this is the last bag, 15. So there's a total of 15 bags. Of course, the book itself is a one book instruction. Usually sometimes they come multiple books, but this one is a one book instruction. From a color standpoint, white color book, very nice color, very glossy, very clear. I like it. Of course, the front page is obviously the vehicle itself with the accessories on it. From the back, it shows you the vehicle, just like the box. The top view of the vehicle, the Land Rover, with all the accessories that come with it. And you can see here, let me see if I can, what they are. There's of course the bumper with the cable. There's some tanks, I guess, yeah, tanks. There's a spare tire, a fire extinguisher, a jack, a toolbox, some tools. I don't know what this is. I guess I'll find out when I build it. I can't tell from the picture. And then there's these things. I don't know what they are. They go on the side of it. I guess I don't know what they're meant to do. I don't have a Land Rover, so I don't know much about it. But that's what it looks like. I like it. Can't wait to finish building it. Opening the booklet itself, the instruction, typical Lego booklet. It talks first of all about Lego VIP, And then it shows you always in build in the icon thing, or actually in when they're building, let's say these things, they tell you first about the actual what they're building. So in this case, Land Rover. So they're showing the actual Land Rover vehicles. I guess from different eras, because I feel like this is the older version, this is the newer one. Different colors, and then I think they talk a bit about the history of the vehicle. So 1948, that's what it looked like, and they go to all the years, the decades, I believe, until 2020, and that's what it looks like now. Definitely a big difference from 1948 to 2020. So that's that. I believe the one we're going to be building, I would think it's going to look in this era, the 80s, 90s, I believe, the Defender, yep. And then they talk about the designer. So here we go, the Lego designer master, Kurt Christiansen. So with a nice picture with him in front of his Land Rover. Different languages, of course. And then they jump into action. They're showing you that there's 15 bags. The bag number 1, I guess, the accessories. And then the other 14 bags are to build a vehicle. Bag 11 will build you the classical Defender here. If you open, I believe, the way I'm understanding it, 12, 13, 14, 15 will build the rest to make it look in this format. If you want to go that far. And and then the building starts. And I believe that's pretty much it. At the end of the booklet, of course, there's an index with all the parts that came with the box, color coded by quantities. So pretty much that's that. Of course, like I said, the booklet is in different languages, and that's pretty much what the box content looks like. So with no further ado, let's go ahead and start building. So everyone, I'm done with the build. As you can see, classic Defender 90, Lego set 10317. Was a very interesting build. I enjoyed building it. The detail is outstanding. Of course, you could build it 3 different models once you reach to the end, and you could build it the fully loaded model, which I went with that. That way I could display all the options that came with it, with the, I guess, the containers, the toolbox, the jack, spare tire, shovel, hammer, whatever the case is, and all that, the bumper here, of course, that just came off now. It's just very easy to put back, just you have to press it back in here. So yeah, so pretty much I went with this option, but there's 2 more options, of course, at the end of the booklet that you could go with of course will require less parts. You could present it as a plain model or whatever, I don't remember what they call them. But like I said, I elected to go with this. These are the leftover, with not going with the other models. I am left over with these parts. If I ever want to decide to go back with the other 2 different models, I most probably will end up with more parts, but I will have to use these parts here and take off the rest. It came with another engine. The engine here, I guess the way they explained it is, there's the V8 engine, which I believe this is the one, and then there's the 5-piston diesel engine, which is the one inside the current display, which I'll show you what I mean by that. But if you elect to go with the other 2 models, I believe one of them will require you to replace the engine with the, I guess, the V8, this one here. So that's another one. So let me move these away. Of course, creator expert or icons, now they call them. No minifigures, of course, in this case. But I like the color, the sand green, I guess they call this color. Pretty much lovely color. Very well, very good choice for this color. As you can tell, it's fully loaded. The back of it here, you could see there's a fire extinguisher, the spare tire, another spare tire, there's a ladder here. There's the hitch, if you want to pull things here. It comes with the plate, the whole Land Rover thing, the icon. If you look at the other side, it's just the same thing. It comes with the elevated exhaust, so that way you could go in a different terrain. Like I said, it comes with the other utilities. The axe here, there's a hammer on the other side, or a sledgehammer, the shovel, the pike, and another spare tire here. And then it comes with this one here, with I guess with a winch that you could use. Actually, it operates. Of course, if I don't break it, you could actually use this red thing, and you could actually go up and down. Actually, kind of cool. So it actually works. It comes with a lot of lights, fog lights, and all these fancy lighting system that comes with actually a actual vehicle here. The wheel, the steering wheel, do actually work, as you can tell. I don't know if you can see it, but it's actually operational. So if you can rotate the steering wheel, the tire will actually rotate, as you can tell, and vice versa. Look at that. So yeah, fully operational. So that's good. Everything comes off if you want to take it off. This all comes off. Everything is clipped. So you gotta be careful. Like it said, things might come off easily. Some of them are just held in place by a plate. So you just gotta be, gentle with it. It's actually a Land Rover, but it's not the Land Rover you're thinking of, where it's made for ruggedy terrain. This one is meant for displaying, right? So yeah, you have just the mirrors here. Of course, like I said, it's operational. So let me show you what I mean by that. The doors do open up, as you can tell, right? So they do open up. The hood do open up actually too, and you can see the engine in here. I'll show you in a minute the closer detail. It actually do come with it here, which is I found very cool, that you could actually hold it in place like that. I believe you just hold it like that. So it comes with that option where you can hold it in place. So actually that was a nice touch to it. And now if I go to the back, The back door do actually also open up. Of course, you have to take the fire extinguisher out of the way because the tire will actually knock it out. So I'm just gonna take it out first, like that. The details on the fire extinguisher is actually outstanding too. Like I said, I was very impressed with the build, the amount of details they put in it. Like I said, I have the other Land Rover, the Technic one, and I thought that was awesome. And I feel like compared to this from a detail, there's no chance. This is another league, which is of course expected from the Icon team compared to the Technic team, right? I mean, if you're a Lego collector and you collect both teams, you entirely know what I'm talking about. The Technic is meant for more technical things, like more mechanical, more things to be actually working, and this is more actually just to capture the essence of the display or the model that you're trying to build. So there are two different teams. But let me just pull the camera out and just show you the details that came with it. So you can see from the inside of it, it comes with seats. Of course, the seats on the other side too, that are similar to these two seats here. But I can't show it to you fully because of the door. But the door do open and close, just like I showed you. If I do open, and of course you have the lights, high beam lights here. Comes with the fuel tanks, or whatever you want to call them, the containers here. Everything is also. I like also they provided you the threads to mimic that they are ropes held together with with cords and things like that, which is actually I found very interesting. The door itself, and there's that ledge here that actually I found this very nice touch to it. That to give you the illusion that you have the stepper up. The doors actually are functional, like I said, they open and close, and you can see the details here. Of course, the steering wheel is on the other side. Land Rover, United Kingdom, England. I guess they drive on the other side. The steering wheel is on the other side. But look at this here. Again, the door opens up. There's no windows, of course. The assumption here is the windows are rolled down. But you look at the seatings here. You have the steering wheel. You have the gauges on the dashboard here. You have like a mug there, which I found very cool. You have the steering wheel. You have actually the brake handle. I don't know if you could see it. It's in black in color, but I'm going to zoom in here to show you that. So there it is there. It actually mimics the actual one. And then it's a manual shifter. So you have the accelerator, the brake, and the clutch. If you drive manual, you would know what I'm talking about. So let's zoom back out just to see clarity here. So there's your three items there. And then if we go to the other side, so what I'm going to do is just one hand. Hopefully I don't break something. And here you can see the shifter, right? This is your shifter that you use with the clutch. And then the other gear on the other side, the smaller one, I believe is the one that transforms you from a 4-wheel to a 2-wheel drive, because I believe they had that option where you had to shift between 4 and 2-wheel, if I'm not mistaken, those kind of things. Not like the newer versions now where everything is automatic. But again, you have the front here, the handle where the glove box is. Like I said, good representation here. The door closes, of course, nice and smooth. So let me show you what I'm talking about the other gear for individuals who are not familiar much. Like I said, I'm not a Land Rover expert here either, but I've sat in a couple where I have an idea. So this is the shifter where usually you shift to a 2-wheel drive or a 4-wheel drive or whatever the case is. Like I said, very nice details. The engine itself, I actually don't know what these are for. I've seen them on other Land Rovers, but I don't know what. I guess they're meant for maybe holding things. I don't know. I'm not going to try to assume. But I do like the color combination, the light brown or whatever the color is here with the sand green. Definitely nice touch to it. Now, if you open here, you have, of course, this one here, the engine. And you could see the timing belt or the belt, the representation with the rubber band. You have your I believe, I don't know which one is this, but you have the caps. This is, I guess, for the oil maybe, and one is for maybe the windshield wiper, and one maybe for the radiator, whatever they are. But I think they try to represent them with different caps, right? And you have the fan here, the radiator fan, the black one here. I don't know if you can see it, but let me try to zoom in. So there you go. There's your fan. See the fan here at the back. You could make it work. Nothing functional, of course, just for show. But I mean, the amount of detail. Like I said, this is supposed to be a diesel engine, a 5-piston diesel engine compared to this one, which is I believe a V8, if I'm not mistaken. So like I said, you could swap them depending which model you want to go with, but I went with the full terrain one. So yeah, so this is pretty much the inside of it, the guts. This of course goes just back down like that, and then your thing closes just like a regular hoodie, and there you go. And then you have all these accessories everywhere hanging here and there. I'm just going to move this back a bit so I can open the door later. So yeah, so this is pretty much what I want to share with you. Like I said, I love this display. I mean, I love this set. Definitely worth it to have it in your collection if you're a Lego collector and you like displaying some of these sets. This is one of the sets you definitely need to have and build and display it, because just building it alone is an enjoyment, and then of course displaying it with other Lego sets, definitely it's a conversation starter. So let's go ahead and find some home for it and see where we're going to put it in the Lego city. I mean, Lego room for display. I ended up putting it in my area dedicated for my creative expert or icon collection, for the most part, of course. So it's going to be with the bus. It's a nice shelving. The height actually works very well for it. One more thing I forgot to mention, of course, the shock actually work. You know, this is actually, it is something, a feature that I did not see in other of my creative expert. Like all these vehicles, they do not have these shockers, but this was actually a technique built to give it that shock, which is something popular in the technique team, where you have actual shocks. So actually, look, it's actually very well there. And actually, one more thing I forgot to mention: the amount of detail. They even put the gas cap there. You could see that at the corner there, which I found very unique. The amount of details, the slightest details, are all kind of, you could see it. So yeah, so I'm gonna end up. This is gonna be the home for it for now, till maybe next time I move things around. But I thought it'll be a very nice addition there with the bus and the other vehicles I have of the Icon Creative Expert team. So yeah, so wrapping up the video. Hopefully you enjoyed this quick video with the build, speed up build. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit that like and share button so you can keep up with my content. Please leave your feedback. I like to read them. I like to respond to them. And if you're not sign up to my Instagram account, please do so. And until next video, let's keep building.